Yes. Hello guys, Boy here today. We playing one of my favorite Assassin's Creed of all time, and possibly is the oldest. Today we play Assassin's Creed 3. One of the greatest Assassin's Creed games of all time. Well, it's at least my favorite to say at least. Let me guess, it's one of those games that would take it too long to be loaded inside, and then basically, I guess, yeah, that is a problem. Now I'm going to say the day and the marathon of the marathon. I usually say it when the game is so active. I can't say when the game is not active, like this one right here. We'll give a couple of moments until then. That's kind of strange to me because, to be fair with you here, guys, man, we are about only 3 minutes and nothing. Maybe I have a theory. The reason why it's taking too long, I suppose, is because it's a really old game. Okay, big of a deal. Maybe that's why it taking too long, I guess, to be taking place, I guess. Until then, we will wait. Isn't it bizarre technically sometimes? Sometimes, I suppose. It's kind of bizarre because most Assassin's Creed games work. Work perfectly. You know what? Let's give it a second. If it doesn't work on the set, let's give it a little try. I mean, let's just try this. I mean, okay, I guess that's it. Okay, guys, I got boy here. Last subscribe so get a will of the colossal to more cable to more crystal guys. Wherever follow me, it'll be down to the description. But kill you, I will kill you. Huh? Ah. Let me get this straight. I have the remaster version of the game, so I have the two choices. The game from the PlayStation for the PlayStation 3 and the game from the PlayStation Vita. PlayStation 3, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Liberty, PlayStation Vita. I see the qualities here. And now we waited another way of pause, I suppose. Now here's the other problem. You know what I really hate about this? Is now I was waiting about 5 minutes. Actually 4 minutes. Actually 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. For this game to load it. Okay. When it comes to enter... Inspired by historical events and characters that work in the faction was... No shit, Slug. Every single Assassin's Creed takes place in a real life event. My dude, you saw Ubisoft 2 times. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Oh, now it's time my turn now. Day, Team 28 again of the Mouth of the Promise of YouTube. Yeah, sure. I started. Oh, okay. Let's see. Colossus Brick. Colossus Balls. Oh, that's
used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found. All of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group. The same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars. As the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands.
Okay, that one is confirmed.
Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching. Bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be. When it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden.
So you're telling me this apple can be a god?
Through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
So... Oh, I thought for a moment we would say like they are jerks.
We're here. Let's go.
So you're telling me it's a whole trilogy of Miles going to the story to find to find the interest, or having some sort of a history about Apple of Aden using, I'm going to say, to, I don't know. So basically, this person, the whole story about him, it's just only to the beginning of the Assassin's Creed story gaming. That is more certain of that.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
I think we're here.
Give me a moment. Setting this up. That's what I thought. My spidey sense was tickling. Have you know that technically the apple of Aden, or even this guy, was never mentioned, never again in a game Assassin's Creed games. Only the very beginning of them, and then never again.
Sir. Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us? Yeah. What happened? The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay.
So I think basically there are two voice actors who I think they voice Miles.
And I didn't want to risk severing the
I think he voiced by the guy who voiced the guy from the Dying Light, the main character, or he's been voiced by the character, by the person
And I know
who
what
voiced
I'm looking
Drake
for.
from Uncharted.
It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She.
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there. Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
I hate Assassin's Creed climbing so badly. Sometimes Assassin's Creed climbing doesn't make no sense because unlike basically most of climbing that have better mechanics, and they know basically when you go to stop when you're going to unlike basically Spider-Man's climbing that the webs of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 climbing mechanics, it's a little bit difficult as well.
Find your way through this little obstacle course.
At least basically it's a little bit difficult to get into a window or like a basically stay in a wall. At least basically have at least some sort of great mechanics so that they sometimes have to stop or not.
These are optional objectives.
I like basically most of other mechanics that have a grapple
Alright,
climbing.
Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the two Templars. All you have to do here is jump the gap. Synchronization levels look good now. We should be
Route to Awaken.
Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Sir? Sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Searches 1. Try the rule if a rook claw 5154.
Shall I take your coat, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
My apologies.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
And the statesman, because he's so great, his trade as honest as mine.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. We'll need to find another way up.
So is mine. Like me too, he accidentally
I already have.
both against roads and for. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage streets, since we live by 'em.
So, Black Wall, that sick word of trial comes on in the afternoon, and she hopes you will...
1,000 pardons.
So as to...
My apologies.
As the wench is very active and industrious, you may satisfy her that I'll soften the evidence.
Tom Baggs is found guilty.
A lazy dog. When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not lend his hand. This is death without reprieve. I'm a vegetable. More Tom Gag. 40 pounds. Let Betty slide on, I'll save her from transportation. I can get more of my estate in.
So, not even 23 minutes of the story, or even 15 minutes of the story, apologies, and we already started an assassination.
I love to let women sleep. A good sportsman always see it. Partridge's blind was the free the game of people. Besides, here the law now there's no reward. There's nothing to be got away from.
I've gone to stage fright.
Dlaczego dziób leci?
Jeremy's really burning on the books tonight. He's a marvel.
But make haste and use it, boy.
Did you just say Marvel? There's a Marvel? That seems strange.
found another way. Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. As am I.
Car, please!
Over there! Back the one if you will!
That man there, a man is killed in the upper balconies.
Oh my!
But I've done no wrong. I searched him. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon.
Did they find cushions?
Please!
He's pressed the reason. He's no danger.
Try for that.
It happened right at that balcony.
What are those men doing?
I'm staying where it's safe.
He's friends. There is no danger. Imbecile. Where are you going?
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge, perhaps a weapon or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first?
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is.
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you'll want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
So what? Deadly performance. already done it. Replace raw record. I already done it as well. What do you want me to do exactly?
Okay, Desmond, while you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there. Okay, Desmond, let's practice climbing on these objects.
And two guys are boy here, what about the Colossus, the more cable, the more guys, breakfast, me to be done as always now. Now, basically, we're done with the near assassination theme, but, well, this one more basically now to show that now we are trying to show that we are, well, not supposed to be a durable part to show that technically we're going to play this shit again. But even though we already done it, it technically try to force us to do it again, which just doesn't make any sense. But at least it was a great beginning though, not gonna lie. And it's to tell me another more lore of the Assassin's Creed, I guess. And I wish.